Hello YouTube, it's Izzy again. What's up? Uh, so I recently got asked this question the other day about what is the meaning of life, and it's a pretty big question. Strikes you right there. But as I got thinking about it more, I came to my own kind of conclusion in my head about how it really relates to the origin of species, the theory of evolution, and uh, so I'd like to explain upon that. All right, first, I believe life, the meaning of life, was just to procreate, find a mate, and then continue your genes. It was to survive until you could procreate. That was it. It was just to make the species bigger and bigger and bigger. Though as we evolved, we've gotten smarter and smarter and smarter. We've eventually developed this thing like conscience, as some people call it. We we have cognitive thought and we can understand things to a much higher degree than any animals can. And so I believe that has changed what the meaning of life has become for us. What I think it's become, as I've studied a bunch of history and the development of ideas, is that it's, instead of surviving long enough to procreate, it's surviving long to procreate and also surviving long enough to change society from what it was before to something new, changing it, progressing and evolving society. Such as in my grandparents' generation, for example, racism was huge. From my parents' generation, which was, kind of like the hippies and the 60s, about that time, the civil rights movement helped change that. And now we're not really, I mean, there's still definitely racist, and there's still definitely a lot of troubles in the world, but we're better now, especially in America, because of that counterculture movement and the civil rights movement. Um, Now we are even further evolving those ideas. I I don't I believe that the women have the right to choose. This example for abortion. I believe we now have to evolve culture into being more individualistic. We each have the freedom, individual freedom, to do our own thing as long as it doesn't interrupt or is destructive in any way or in harm in any way to other people's individual freedoms. That is what I believe the next step in society is. I believe that is I believe that is the evolution of the meaning of life. It's like there's like a new meaning of life. I think it's been this way since about like the Renaissance or the 1500s, since ideas started to spread and become a lot stronger, since civilized culture started to come together. Maybe even like 2,000 years ago when like the Roman Empire and the Egyptian Empire and Incas and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess that's my video to answer what is the meaning of life and how I think it's evolved through time to become what it is now, which is the evolution of ideas, surviving long enough to spread the ideas to further advance us into a better, greater society. Peace.